Hello everyone, thanks for coming out here today. We really do appreciate you guys. Thank you for your continuous, massive and huge support. It means a lot to us. We're Peak Network and we're here to keep you updated with all of the latest and most reliable happenings in our country. Just in case you haven't given us a thumbs up yet, please do give us a thumbs up, hit on the like button. We really do appreciate it, and don't forget to subscribe. Yes, my people, the news we've got is regarding the EFCC boss that was allegedly arrested by DSS just yesterday. Guys, we know yesterday when the news broke out, it was said that the EFCC boss Ibrahim Mugun has been arrested by DSS and he has been taken to the villa. So, and it was quite a shocker because one would think that if DSS arrest the person of the EFCC chairman, why would they take him to the villa? But anyways, that was the news we got, and Nigerians were still trying to digest that. Not too long after that, another news came up that so that was DSS reacting that news was not actually correct, that they have not arrested EFCC boss. Nigerians took a pause as well again and began thinking that there's really no smoke without a fire. How would they just all of a sudden, after a couple of hours, when they know that this news has just gone viral, that Mongu has been arrested, what are they trying to protect? What are they trying to hide? What are they covering to say he has not been arrested? You know, in the initial statement, when the news first broke out, we did report that news here at Peak Network. It was said that he was arrested for fraudulent activities, for owning various properties abroad, and for sending money through different parties, third parties, and all of that. And he was being questioned, he was being interrogated at the villa. So that was the news that we brought to you guys. But not too long after that, DSS came up and spoke that they did not arrest Mugu, that news was not quite correct. But guys, it looks like there's some foul play underneath this. The news we're bringing before you today is that Reno Omokri has actually reacted to this arrest of the EFCC chairman by DSS, and he has said some shocking things about it to say that Buhari is trying to downplay it. Like I said, Nigerians have been thinking that what is going on here. The news broke out that DSS have arrested EFCC boss, but all of a sudden they are twisting it, they are changing it, they are covering it, and we know these are our Nigerian politicians and our leaders, how they behave. So they looked at it that this is not going well, it's going too viral, we don't want too many eyes on this issue. They try to cover it, but Reno Omokri has made some shocking revelations here regarding the EFCC boss. We'll get into all of the details shortly, guys. But before we do, once again, please, if you still haven't given us a thumbs up, guys, give us a thumbs up, hit on the like button. We really do appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you once again, my people. Right, let's just get into the news and get all of the details. Reno Omokri reacts to the arrest of EFCC chairman by DSS, says Buhari is trying to downplay it. Former spokesman to ex-President Goodluck Jonathan, Mr. Reno Omokri, has reacted to the arrest of the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ibrahim Mongu, by the DSS. According to the statement he made on his verified Twitter handle, Mr. Omokri said, General Mohammed Buhari is trying to downplay the Mongu incident. Forget the denier. Ibrahim Mongu is facing a panel as we speak. The government is embarrassed and will start spinning the story by saying he was only invited but not arrested. The social media influencer, who is a strong critic of President Muhammad Buhari's administration, said that Buhari is trying to downplay the Mongu incident. Mr. Omokri also stated that the government is embarrassed and will start spinning the story by saying that Mongu, whom the 8th Senate at 2 different occasions refused to confirm his appointment, was only invited and not arrested. Mr. Ibrahim Mongu, who has been in charge of the fight against corruption, was arrested on Monday at the Wuse 2 Abuja office of the EFCC. His security details tried to resist his arrest by the Department of State Services, DSS. Mongu is accused of siphoning part of the money recovered by the commission from looters. His arrest is coming almost 14 days after the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, complained to President Buhari over his conduct and advised him to remove him. The arrest of Mungu, whom the president trusted to head the EFCC, which is a special commission established to fight corruption, is one that would be embarrassing to the government and the masses. So guys, and we can see that Reno Omokri has already predicted that they are going to take a different tune. They are going to start saying something different, that he was not arrested. He was just invited to the villa for some questioning. And that is what we got. You know, after the denial that he was not arrested, they started twisting the story. The first one that came that he was not arrested, they started just putting information in the media just that yesterday that he was not arrested, and the next one we got again was that he was just invited for questioning. But we know that this Economic Financial Crimes Commission is a commission that has been set up to fight crimes in Nigeria, and this Mungu was actually appointed by Buhari to head this commission. And right now that all these allegations are hanging upon his head, it looks like an embarrassment to him. And let's not forget that the Attorney General of the Federation, the person of Abubakar Malami, had different occasions spoken to Buhari to relieve this man of his duty, that he's quite corrupt. You can imagine a corrupt person and fighting corruption. How will that lead to? Where will it lead to? So it looks like the situation was too embarrassing for them. So they tried to cover it up and they are trying to downplay. That's what Reno Omokri is saying. And guys, let's not forget that even just 2 days ago, it was just yesterday as well, that Reno Omokri made a statement. He made a shocking statement that in Buhari's administration, corruption has become official. You know, Reno Omokri is a strong critic to President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, and sometimes he has been mirroring the administration of ex-president Goodluck Jonathan when he was the former aide to the ex-president. So most times he mirrors the administration of Goodluck Jonathan to that of President Muhammadu Buhari, and he draws different conclusions. So the one he brought out just yesterday was that in Buhari's administration, corruption has become official. Not too long after that, that was when the news broke out of the arrest of DSS. And like I said, maybe because it went too viral, or the way Nigerians reacted, or the backlash that Buhari was going to get, he tried to water it down. He tried to downplay it and brought out another statement through the DSS that the EFCC boss was not arrested of any sort. And if you look at it, guys, even if DSS is coming out to say he was not arrested, the EFCC boss himself, Mugu, he can speak for himself, guys. He can actually say if that is the case, he can come out to say that he was not arrested. But we know that there is more to this than all of it was seen, because they try to play politics. Everything has to do with politics. And it looks like everything has to do with personal interest and personal gains. Right now that it looks that the whole situation is messy, that how can a commission that fights corruption be dragged down for corruption itself? So this might be one of the reasons why they are trying to downplay it, or to water it down that he was not actually arrested. But guys, like I keep saying, that there's really no smoke without a fire. Whatever this is going to come out, because if they are saying they did not arrest him, on what basis was Abubakar Malami, on what basis has he complained to the president to relieve this Mungu of his duty, that he is a corrupt person? He has said it a couple of times. And the allegations laid against him is that the money he's looting, there are even monies that they recovered from looters. So you can imagine looters looting again. What a country we live. You see why it is difficult for this for change to come and for corruption to leave our country, because EFCC, they are the people who are meant to be fighting this crime. But you can see that with all of these allegations linked to him, he's the one corrupt as well. But guys, it's just an allegation. We'll wait to see how the presidency will twist this one around again. We know Reno Omokri has said it, that they are only trying to downplay it, that he's definitely being interrogated and is definitely into the DSS net for corruption in some level or the other. But guys, we'll do well to keep you updated. As soon as we get more updates regarding this, we'll bring it to you definitely. definitely. So I want to say a big thank you to all of our subscribers. We really do appreciate you. Please, guys, if you still haven't given us a thumbs up, do give us a thumbs up, hit on the like button, and don't forget to subscribe as well. Click on the subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to us. Till I come your way again with more updates, it's bye for now, and God bless.